Welcome to Hear In Hanover, your all-access pass to everything happening in Hanover County. I'm your host, Kristen Smith Dunlop. Spring is finally here. You know what that means. Sunshine, warmer weather, and a whole lot more fun. So we thought, who better to bring onto the podcast than someone from Hanover's most thrilling and super fun attraction, King's Dominion. King's Dominion celebrating a very special milestone this season, and Jeff Zindran, the public relations manager for the park, is here to talk more about it. Welcome, Jeff. Thanks for joining us on the podcast.
Well, thank you for having me. It's wonderful to be here on Here in Hanover.
Okay, so 50th anniversary of King's Dominion, which is hard to believe. A 50th anniversary, a 50th birthday is a big deal for anybody or any place, and usually means one heck of a party. And that's what you guys are basically throwing all season long.
Yeah, this is what we have termed our golden summerbration. And it starts kind of from day one with the opening up of our new ride, Rapterra, which I know you had a first-hand introduction, a little sneak preview last week on that. So that's how we kick things off, and it just continues to build from there. We've got all kinds of improvements going on in the park, and we've got a lot of fun and exciting things happening this summer.
So let's start with Rapterra because, as you mentioned, you're kind of kicking off with that. And anytime there's a new ride or a new attraction or a new roller coaster at the park, people get really excited. What is Rapterra?
Okay, so Rapterra is the world's tallest and longest launched wing coaster. It's a record-breaking coaster that we have right here in Hanover, and that is not something to just kind of glance past or just go past. I mean, just having a world record-setting roller coaster here in Central Virginia is an amazing feather in our hat, and we're just super excited about it.
Okay, so if you're not sure what a launched wing coaster is, basically, this is a roller coaster where you're sitting, your feet are dangling, you're like on the outside of the track.
Yeah, so rather than be in like a normal car that sits on top of a track that you go down, the track is actually in the middle of the ride with seats on either side, and you're sitting in bucket seats. And when the ride is in motion, there is no floor beneath you. There is nothing above you. You are harnessed in, but you are really kind of just hanging out on the side of the track as it's going through. And it creates this sensation of really flying through the air because you've got so much view of everything around you.
So give us a few of the fun stats about this coaster. 0 to 65?
Yeah, so it starts off as a launch coaster, which means there's no lift hills. So you come out of the station house and you turn a corner and you're taking in all the sights and sounds, and then boom, the electromagnets kick in and they launch you 65 miles an hour in under 4 seconds. And that's where we start. You go 145 feet straight up in the air at the end of that launch, and you're out over the midway, and then you go through another series of turns and twists and loops. There's 3 inversions. It is 3,086 feet long, and which is a little more than a half a mile, and the whole ride takes about 89 seconds. It's just fun from beginning to end.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier about how it seems like everything comes at you fast. It isn't necessarily the speed of the coaster. It's the turns and everything just come at you. Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah. The design of this coaster, so it was made by Bollinger and Mabillard, or B&M for short. Very well known and one of the best coaster designers in the world. And the way that they laid the elements of this roller coaster out, the pacing of it. You know, you go from one element to the next, but it's a very smooth transition, and it's not so fast that you just don't know what's happening. You've got some time to see it, prepare for it, and really get yourself mentally in a state where you can enjoy it as you're going through, you know, a dive loop or a corkscrew or a barrel roll.
You're just flipping and turning around. Now, I was fortunate to go on a ride with you at Media Day earlier this month. Check it out. All right, we are going to try Rapterra. I am here with Jeff Zindran, the PR manager for King's Dominion, and he's going to kind of give us a play-by-play of what to expect.
Yeah, so we are on Rapterra, the world's tallest and longest launch wing coaster. It's 3,086 feet. That's a little over half a mile. We're gonna go 65 miles an hour. We're gonna hit 3 different inversions, and our highest point is 145 feet coming up right now. Oh, here we go! Woo-hoo-hoo! 65 miles an hour, 145 feet over the midway. Here we go! Woo-hoo-hoo! Here's our first inversion, a dive loop. Whoa! Oh, yes!
Holy moly!
And now we're hitting our S-turns. Kristen, are you still with me?
I'm here!
Awesome!
This is amazing!
Here comes our second inversion. Corkscrew! Upside down! All right, you ready to get out of your seat? Airtime hill! Whoa! Barrel roll, hang time, and bank it into the station.
Oh my gosh, I'm breathless.
You're breathless?
I'm breathless.
What'd you think of that?
That was incredible. We
It's
got
a-
a winner, I'll tell you what.
You know, it's an early morning ride. We got to ride it in the dark. It is a great, great ride. It's about 89 seconds. Kristen, we open this ride March 29th at Kings Dominion. It's going to be available for the public. We hope to see you out here.
I'll be back. I'll be back. That was incredible.
So much fun. I said at the end, I was breathless. Literally, you just, it's fast. It moves fast. What was the feedback you got from the coaster enthusiasts and all the other folks who came?
Yeah, so we got a lot of really positive feedback, and that's one of the things, you know, you can design a coaster, you can build it, you can make it look good, but then you never know how it's going to perform once you're actually sitting in the seat. What is it going to be like? Are people going to find it too intense, or is there some reason not to enjoy it? But we didn't get any of that feedback. All the feedback we got was really positive. And I think one of the unique elements about it is that the experience, because of the way the ride's laid out, you've got your choice of sitting on the left side or the left wing or the right side, the right wing. And then you can sit on the inner seat or the outer seat and the front and the back. And what we've heard is that your ride experience varies just depending on where you are on the ride. So you can ride this thing 100 times and have a different experience every ride depending on where you're sitting.
One thing I wanted to mention too was people are going to be waiting in line for this ride because it's going to be hugely popular. While you're waiting in line, let's talk about what people might see that, you know, pays homage to the history of Kings Dominion.
Yeah. So with this ride, so the ride is located on the site of Volcano the Blast Coaster, which was, you know, as we know, one of our most well-known and well-loved rides in the park. And so we wanted to be very purposeful in how we design the ride and incorporate some elements of that. And so we put a lot of effort into the whole immersive experience. Like when you walk in, there's sounds and there's, you know, jungle landscaping, but then also if you're looking closely, you'll see a lot of nods to Volcano the Blast Coaster as you're going through the ride. The biggest and most obvious one of there is a caldera, but a caldera is the remnants of a volcano that after it has eroded or imploded, and so we incorporated that into the line as an homage to Volcano, honoring the history of that site in the park. And if you look, you will find other Easter eggs. There are support columns from the original ride from Volcano that are strewn about the caldera there that you can see that are, you know, just kind of subtle and in some cases not so subtle nods to the history of that ride.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic. So you're kicking off 50 with a great roller coaster.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not all.
No, that's just the tip of the iceberg, really. And yes, it is a great way to kick things off. You couldn't ask for more than that world record roller coaster. But we've got improvements going on in the park right now. Like as we speak, we're trying to work to finish up as fast as we can other improvements that are going on. So International Street is getting a lot of love as we speak right now. We are installing a brand new beer garden off the side of the fountains. So those of you familiar with the park and its layout, it is right next to the old funnel cake stand or the entrance to one of our haunt mazes over there, Cornstalkers. We've put in a lovely patio with some shade and put in a bar over there, and you'll be able to have a nice beer, a nice cold beer on a hot day, sitting next to the fountain, listening to the music play. It's going to be a really great place to just kind of relax and enjoy the park when it's completely done.
And you need a space like that after you get off one of those rides.
Oh yeah, for
Just
sure.
chill out and come
for
back.
sure. Yeah, I mean, being at an amusement park is all day just managing the ups and downs, and you got to make sure that you have the relaxation in between all the thrills of the roller coaster. So that's one thing that's coming that we're excited about. The funnel cake stand that was there is going into a new location. Again, up at the front gate, there will be a new funnel cake restaurant that you'll actually be able to sit in and eat funnel cakes inside, which is a new thing. It used to be just a walk up stand. So then other places that are getting some touch ups. One of our retail shops is being rebranded as a new location. It's going to have a museum in it this year with items from the park's past that some of our fans will be able to walk in and recognize, probably from their very first trips or back in the day when we used to be owned by other companies. You'll see a lot of some of those nostalgic pieces. And then we're doing some other improvements to the pizza parlor that's there, the sweet shop, La Dolce Vita, which is one of our retail outlets. And we're just improving a lot on I Street right now. But that's not it. We've still got more.
We've got more. Let's talk about the Golden Summerbration.
Yeah, Golden Summerbration. So that is our core season. We are just super excited for what is going on, and most of this is going to take place after Memorial Day. Is when a lot of this is going to start taking place. But we've got shows returning to the Kings Dominion Theater. We're going to kick things off with our Gazillion Bubbles show. So it was actually at a sister park of ours last year, and it's a fun show. They come out on stage, like they say, there are a gazillion bubbles, more than you can count, and they just kind of have a lot of fun with that concept. It's a really enjoyable family show, and it's going to be in the Kings Dominion Theater this summer. The return of our clown band. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't remember the clown band.
Yeah, the clown band was a staple, Kings Dominion staple for years and years, and that's returning. We've got you'll see them roaming the park. There will be a roaming street party throughout the day.
Fun.
And then at night we end things with a nighttime spectacular show where we kind of bring it all together, and everybody has a lot of fun, song and dance on International Street or at our grand bandstand there.
One big fiesta.
Yeah, it's
all
just
season long.
It's a party all day, all season long. It's fantastic.
You forgot the singing mushrooms.
Oh, I did forget the singing mushrooms.
Gosh.
Yes. How could I forget the world famous singing mushrooms? They have got a brand new track. They're as I say, they're back from their One Park World Tour. It's as though they never left, and they've got a whole new track of songs, new hits that they're going to be playing this year. I can't wait to hear them. I haven't heard the songs yet, and I'm looking forward to it.
They've been working on music.
They have.
You mentioned this earlier, talking about the museum that's going to have some things from years past. There is so much nostalgia with Kings Dominion because I feel like everyone in Hanover either went there as a child, worked there as a teen, or now takes their kids there. But there is so much nostalgia around Kings Dominion. Did that play into planning this 50th anniversary?
Oh, certainly. Virginia in particular, but Hanover and Kings Dominion all have such a rich history that people celebrate. And to be honest with you, that's something very unique among amusement parks. Not every park has such a rich and wonderful history that people celebrate as much as they do Kings Dominion. And so we really wanted to lean into that, and we have actually, knowing how much people enjoy that, I know we've reached out to the community in some aspects and asked them to provide items for that. So I'm sure that there will be a cadre of people who go there and we're like, oh, see that's mine. I donated that to this this exhibit. And, we're very much looking forward to seeing what kind of things people have been able to supply us with for that.
Have you heard any special stories or anything interesting from visitors?
Oh,
or
I
fans?
get special stories all day.
Okay.
Everybody tells me, oh yeah, I came here then Scooby-Doo was my first roller coaster, or I remember when this was Smurf Mountain, or I remember when you had this ride or that ride, and man, back in the day, we had so much fun doing this, and it's just to walk into an amusement park. To walk into King's Dominion is to walk into a sea of memories for a lot of people in the area here, and it's part of the fun of the job.
Mm-hmm. I'll bet you have a fun job. I feel like you can be a kid. As a grown up, you go to King's Dominion, you feel like you're a kid again.
Yeah,
and you get a hall pass. Like it's okay to be that way.
Well, yeah, you go there. Whether you're 15 or 50, you scream the same when you're on a roller coaster, right? Like everybody sounds exactly the same when they're on the roller coaster, because they're all yelling and screaming. But to step into amusement parks are really all about making memories and having experiences with friends, with family. And doing that again and again. And it's a wonderful place to do that. And, that's probably, I think that's really kind of what keeps a lot of our park staff coming in day after day, is we know the impact that people, the impact that we're going to have on people's lives growing up. Like everybody remembers their trip to King's Dominion, right? Like, whether you came here as part of a music festival or for like a graduation surprise, or just came here because you were interested or you like rides, like you remember that experience. That's, and you think about all the experiences that you have in your life, the ones that you forgot, people remember this, and it's good. It's cool for us that we know we're going to have that kind of like long lasting impact on people.
What else would you like to share with us about this season?
Man, hold on to your hats, because this season is going to be so much fun. We've got renovations going on all over the park. Some of the things I didn't mention, Victoria's Pizza is going to have a new bar and a new patio installed overlooking the water park. That's going to be fun. Americana, our Ferris wheel, gets a new lighting package. You're going to see improvements all over, and I can't tell you anything more than just we're very excited to have everybody out there this year for our 50th. It's going to be a lot of fun. We can't wait.
Okay. I have a couple of quick questions for you.
Okay.
All right. Your personal favorite ride at King's Dominion?
Okay. So the cop out here is it depends who I'm with, right? And what I'm riding and what I'm riding. If I'm with someone who likes to ride roller coasters, then I don't know. I think Rapterra, the new one, has a special place in my heart. And I'm not saying that because I rode it 20 times on media day. I'm saying that because it's just a very fun ride. But if I'm with someone like my wife who doesn't enjoy roller coasters, then definitely probably the Ferris wheel is probably one of our favorites, where we get to go up, see everything, and just it's just a nice, enjoyable, relaxing experience.
Okay. One must-try food item this anniversary.
Yeah, so we are rolling out special food and beverage items for the 50th as well. We're going to have the return of blue ice cream. And we've got giant elephant ears that have the 50th logo sprinkled into it.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then at Media Day, you may recall we had something, I don't know if you were there for the food portion of the day. There's a cookie butter braid that is coming, which is like the quintessential park food. It is wonderful. It is doughy, gooey, appley, cinnamony goodness, and it is wonderful.
I missed that.
Yeah, you should look. You don't have
I'll
to
be
miss
back.
it. It's there. You can go right there and get it.
So is that what you're going to say is your must-try anniversary food?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Go get a cookie butter braid, ride Rapterra, see a show, and you're going to have a wonderful 50th anniversary celebration with us.
Last question. Best place in the park to take a selfie?
I'd say that's probably going to be on International Street, either with the Eiffel Tower in the background or the fountains in the background. Those are probably the two best places to do that.
All right. So all you influencers out there, now you know. Straight from Jeff's mouth. Okay, opening day, March 29th.
Yes.
Basically
Our
tomorrow.
opening day is March 29th, and then we're open the entire week after that for spring break. So we'll be open for a week straight, and then we'll be on weekends there for a little bit until we get to Memorial Day. The best thing to do if you want to know the calendar is to head to our website where it's the most accurate, and you can plan your visit there.
I was going to tell people go to kingsdominion.com because then you can see when they're open, when they're celebrating, and you can go get that braid. What is it? Cookie dough.
Cookie butter braid.
Cookie butter braid.
It's wonderful.
I got to look that up. Thank you so much. I'm going to be back to ride Rapterra. Maybe you'll ride it with me again. 20 times. Why not go for 21?
Yeah, absolutely. I would ride it 20 more. Yeah, definitely.
I think you probably will be this season. Thank you again.
It's wonderful to be here. Thank you for having us and wanting to talk about King's Dominion. It's always great to come on the podcast and talk about all the good things happening in Hanover.
Have a fantastic season.
We will. Thank you.
That is going to do it for us. We will see you this summer at King's Dominion and, of course, here in Hanover.